Giants football is back. This Wednesday is going to be the start, or the first day rather, of the New York Giants training camp practices. If you are going to any of these practices, make sure you let us know down below in the comment section what you are seeing. Get your reporter on down below in the comment section and tell us on what you are seeing from the Giants training camp practices. Also, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and leave a like, comment, definitely hit the subscribe button and join the channel. Now let's get into this video. What are the things that we need to look out for and watch out for the New York Giants training camp practices? The first thing I want to get into is the running backs, the position where Saquon Barkley most likely will not be taking the field for the New York Giants training camp practices. Now, we got to worry about the guys that are going to be there, the guys that are most likely going to be on the field for the New York Giants. Matt Breida, veteran running back, got brought back here on a one-year deal after a pretty decent season for us last year as the backup to Saquon Barkley. You also got Eric Gray, rookie running back out of Oklahoma. The Giants used, I don't know if it was a 4th, 5th round draft pick out of Oklahoma. And, you know, a lot of people are really excited about him. He's the young rookie. He's the guy with the upside. And you also have recently signed running back James Robinson, former Jacksonville Jaguar, who, as a rookie, really turned heads, had a great 1,000-yard season. Actually, he was the fastest UDFA to reach 1,000 yards in NFL history. And you really look at what he has been able to do, as a Jacksonville Jaguar, pretty decent running back production. Dealt with the injuries, went to New York Jets last year, got traded like mid-season, really didn't do much. But another guy that's that upside signing. And, if Saquon Barkley was to hold out the season, I think James Robinson would be that guy who would slot in as the RB1. And, of course, you still have other guys like Gary Brightwell, Ja'Shawn Corbin, who I like. So that's going to be something we got to watch out for. The running backs, what do they look like, in the absence of Saquon Barkley? Also, the offensive line. Last year during training camp practices, we saw a lot of reports coming out saying that the offensive line just didn't look good. The offensive line did not look good. They were struggling against that Wink Martindale defense. And right out the gate, I want to see what Evan Neal looks like. Evan Neal was a guy last year during training camp practices, even though he was a rookie. We didn't hear good reports out of him. We did not hear good reports out of Giants training camp practices about Evan Neal. Hopefully this year he gets right on the road, running on all cylinders, looking great right out the gate during Giants practices. And, of course, you got the rookie John Michael Schmitz, second-round draft pick, who I'm really excited for. I want to see what he looks like, new center position. We finally have ourselves an actual center, in place at the center position, John Michael Schmitz. So I just cannot wait to see what he looks like. And the most, biggest training camp battle, the battle of the offseason is the wide receivers. The Giants have like 15 wide receivers on the roster as of right now, and they just made a signing, with veteran wide receiver Cole Beasley. A lot of wide receivers, a lot of slot wide receivers. The battle for who's going to win a roster spot out of the wide receivers that are on the roster is definitely something to watch out for all offseason. All offseason. You got Colin Johnson. You got Bryce Ford Wheaton, undrafted free agent signing, who a lot of Giants fans like. What will he look like? Can he, fight for a roster spot? Who else? Mekhi Polk. You got Jeff Smith. You got Jamison Crowder, Cole Beasley, Sterling Shepard, Wan'Dale Robinson are two guys that might start off on the PUP. I think Wan'Dale Robinson is most likely going to start off on the PUP. Sterling Shepard probably not. He was running routes. He was looking pretty decent, during Giants minicamp practices earlier on in the offseason. So just the whole wide receiver position in general is going to be something that we got to watch out for, because there are so many guys, that are on the roster at the position right now. When the Giants have to cut down, to the 53-man roster, what are the guys that are going to be able to make the roster? You start being able to find a way to make the roster if you're out there in training camp, turning heads, making plays. That's something we got to watch out for. I cannot wait for that. And just overall the rookies, let's, just get away from the offense in general, but just the rookies in general. Deonte Banks, young cornerback. Those, days where it's 11 on 11, the offense versus defense. What will he look like going up against Isaiah Hodgins, Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton? I just love that. I love the iron sharpens iron, perspective of a practice like this, of training camp in general. What will those guys look like? You got Jalen Hyatt, who I know a lot of people, media has been talking about him all off season, how he's running out with the threes, he's not starting with the guys, he's not starting, with the Giants' #1 wide receiver, stuff like that, all that. Let's just see how he looks like in an actual training camp practice. He wasn't starting and running out with the ones during minicamp. Who the hell cares about minicamp? At least training camp, You're going up against the defense. You can get physical. You know what I'm saying? You can actually play football in an 11-on-11 training camp setting. So just the rookies in general, even the back end guys like a Trey Hawkins, Javarius Owens, I just want to see what the rooks look like. And defensive wise, I want to see, that pass rush. I want to see how, Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeaux look like against Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas. That right there, that tag team type of battle, offense versus defense right there for the tackles and the edge rushers. I'm excited for that. I'm really, really am excited for that. And, I just love it. It's training camp. Guys are trying to go out there and try to win a roster spot. You get to see how the offense looks like. You get to see how the defense looks like. Always remember, though, if the offense, goes out there, Dave Jones is 5 for 5, a touchdown, 45 yards, whatever like that, that means the defense ain't doing so goddamn good, right? And if the defense on the back end is locking up the wide receivers, then that's something we got to worry about. That's something we got to take into account. So just always remember that, yeah, it's great to see the offense looking great, but 9 times out of 10, that most likely means that the defense might not be looking that great. But overall, man, I just can't wait to see, these guys back on the field. Giants football is freaking back, baby. And I just can't wait. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I cannot wait to give you guys all the training camp recaps, for the Giants training camp practices. It's going to be fun. If you want to be in tune for that, go ahead, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and join the freaking channel, man. But leave them on the comments with some other things that you are going to be watching out for, or that we should be watching out for during Giants training camp practices, which start this Wednesday. Football is back. Football is freaking back, and I'm excited. I am pumped. It's like a kid on Christmas. I just can't wait. Also, a big announcement is coming soon regarding the Giants versus Cowboys. Stick around for that. Stay tuned for that because it's going to be something that you're not going to miss. Big announcement. Got some big things coming for the channel, early on in the season for the New York Giants and the channel. I cannot freaking wait. I can't wait. I just can't wait. So stick around for that. Not going to say nothing too much yet, but just stick around for that. But that's it. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like always. Comment down below your thoughts on everything. And definitely hit the subscribe button and join the channel if you enjoyed this video. But until next time, it's been your boy Jay Dimes, and I am out. Peace. Go Giants.